Hi everyone, let's see. Today we are going to create new login ID in SQL Server. So let's get started and let's start it. So we can click on here to log in the server. Okay, I'm just login with my default account. So here we already created one first database. It was an first database we have created, and now we are going to create one login ID. These are login IDs, all the different default login IDs. Now we are going to new login ID. So click on right click and new ID. So here I am going to giving the name was okay my name. So gonna have provided and we are going to create SQL Server Windows SQL Server authentication, not for the Windows authentication. And here there is a some security policies also available. So we will later discuss on this. And now we are going to, and I'm going to provide password as well as gonna, and here also same. So this is the SQL Server authentication. We have to provide the username and as well as a password. And there is a server logins. Now user mappings and here we can provide the database schema. It is an if you not provided means it will automatically taken as a DBO as a default schema. And here this is the database I'm going to provide. Now there is an few options here. You can see database read write admin account and deny read write and DB owner as per the user request or as per the uh, our requirement we can provide the access. And here I am providing the DB owner access, or if I want to provide only DB okay read and write access I'm going to provide. So and after that security tables empty I leave in as a default. And here permissions to the database engine it was granted and the login is also enabled. You can use the script out as well as, and you can click on OK here. So I'm going to script out here and I'm just creating and is already existed in the database. So here it is already name is existed. So you can give the other name as well as like okay Gana one I have provided. Okay, now I'm going to script out here. Okay, see here I have created Gana one is a user ID. So it was a command completed successfully. We can refresh the server and we can see the database is I mean the user ID is created or not. Yes, Gana is an user ID is created and we have provided the read write access. Click on go to the options and you can see here uh, we have provided database and we can provided read write access to this server. Okay, sorry, to this database. And we can if you want to change the, I think I don't know which password it was. Okay, I'm going to change the password as a default to my convenient. So gonna okay, just click on OK, it was created. Now we are going to log into the server. So here we can see, so change it to Windows authentication. Gana one is user ID and password is Gana. Okay, click on connect. It will be the login failed. So why it is got login failed means we can see sometimes if it is a login failed, we can go and see the server properties. Here we can see process and security, server authentication. Here Windows authentication mode only we have selected. That's why the login ID is failed. We have to select SQL Server and the Windows authentication mode. Okay, otherwise it will be the failed because we have provided SQL Server authentication. So here it was selected in the Windows authentication mode. That's why it is got failed. So we can provide this one and click on OK. Some of your configurations changed will not be take effect until the SQL Server is restarted. We have to restart the services, and then only this will be option will be work for us. Okay, click on us and we will go and see the restart SQL Server configuration manager. So click on S. Now we can see the here services SQL Server is running and agent is failed. Other options will be there. We can see it. So here we can see restart. So we can go and click on the restart. Okay. Once it will be restarted, after that we can refresh the server and we can try to connect it again. So here as well as we can see there is an SQL Server agent is in a stopped state. Why? Because we can see the reasons. You can go to the properties. You can see the services and it was showing is in a default. Sorry, it is an disabled. That's why the SQL Server agent was not started. We can click on automatic and click on apply. Just go on OK. Okay, so before there is no options word so like start like that. So now we can see the start is option is also there. We can click on start, it will be started. Just go on see our SQL Server authentication user ID was is going to be login or not. Yes, just going to be started. And I have installed the basic SSMS, so that's why we have not seen the all those things. Okay, I think it will be so we are going to see here we can refresh it. Okay, now we are going to be connected with SQL Server and we are going to SQL Server authentication mode. Okay, here we can provided Gana 1 before we have failed. So now we are going to connect. Yes, see, before we received an a failed due to the login failed. Now we can see we have connected to the server with the Gana user ID. So because of that SQL Server authentication here again securities we have to provide this option. You have to select this option and click on apply. Once you have changed anything on the server level, we have to restart it. Until then, it won't be affected to the services. Thank you for watching.